What up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in this mud. Happy Sunday to you. Check it out. I finished my squad. Oh, just about all of my squad. I still have to do the sorcerer in the tutorial, but everybody else in this Thousand Sun squad is done. So I'm uploading right now my How to Paint a Thousand Suns Space Marine. So stay tuned for my How to Paint a Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marine Sorcerer, the one that comes with the kit. Most of everything is as you've seen it before. There are a couple guys like this fellow here who you've seen before, so we won't go over them. And this one too, but I do want to show you the detail that I was able to achieve with the rest of them. Let's start with my favorite. Let's start with the dessert first. This guy, rage. I decided to give each of them distinct, unique tabards. So with this fellow here, his was, let's see if I could remember. Oh, I kind of made this one to look like a hieroglyphics a little bit with two figures facing to the right, and you can't really tell. It's very impressionistic almost, but I did some scratched etchings over there, writings. I did this effect where it's like a little green eyeball looking left, looking right. Little green eyeballs all over the place, and there he is. I might go back and clean his eye lens, but other than that, very happy with him. And this guy over here, his tabard is, I believe this is you can see on the bottom there, somebody bowing down to and showing obedience to a Thousand Suns Space Marine in armor there. So I imagine that these Marines are looking for the lost writings of Callimachus, who is one of the remembrancers from Thousand Suns, the novel. And yeah, I had a great time just thinking of things to put on their tabards. Here's one that's kind of got like a chart or a graph at the top, writing a globe. And yeah, he's looking down at this book. The little Eye of Tzeentch on his belt is looking at it. And he's like, did I used to read? And here's this one. You've got a couple people worshipping a Thousand Sun, and he's holding up a staff, and the magic power is coming out of it, and it's making the sun shine. So more like symbolic to this one, but still very, very cool, I think. I am going to have to go back and dull down the shine on the shoulder pad. I think it's that the art coat, glass coat, is making it very shiny. So I'm just going to paint it back over with Sotek green probably. Regular Earth doing really well. I don't think this one is quite dry yet, but really digging the cracked earth effect it gives. And here's one more with some writing on his tabard. And the last guy right here. I think this is my favorite one. He's got, I looked up on Google, I looked up an English to Arabic translator, and the bottom line is translated kind of to say all is dust, which is the Thousand Suns theme. It's their model. And then the lines above it, I tried to write it out and follow the way that the computer had it, so that it says the Thousand Suns, Magnus has a quote at the beginning of a Thousand Suns, or when you look at the Lexicanum, Magnus has a quote for the Thousand Suns entry, and I tried to recreate it in Arabic, and at the top it kind of spells out all hail the warriors of the 15th Legion. So that is him. A lot of fun. Had a great time painting it. Please let me know what you think. Next I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try to do some Warhammer Fantasy videos, but before I head on to the Black Legion, which is the next legion in the project First Founding, I had so much fun with these guys. I definitely want to go back and do the painting tutorial for the Aspiring Sorcerer. And if you haven't seen them before, my whole fluff with these guys is that they are rubric Marines, or Marines that do not have any souls, and they're just like animated suits of armor, but because of the amount of spells and ancient forbidden tomes that the Aspiring Sorcerer has been finding all over the universe, they're slowly starting to get animated by their former spirits and get low personalities like this guy who's raging out in the back. And it's very mysterious, but Tzeentch is the changer of ways, and he likes to mess with people like that. So I think it's a nice way of moving the story forward just a little bit. These Rubric Marines getting some life back into them, and this aspiring sorcerer is going to try to figure out how and why maybe he can break the rubric of Ahriman and restore life to these former Marines. And here he is, the Chaos Sorcerer, aspiring sorcerer with Kalima on his shoulder. The lady boss calls him Russell, but his real name is Kalima. Alright, that's it.